Yo, what's up everybody? Icy here and welcome to my first ever NBA DFS video. First ever NBA DFS video. I've been doing this for a few years, so I just thought I'd start making videos and helps me correlate things and just put it all into perspective. I follow a lot of NBA. I love the drama. I love everything about NBA. I love everything. I follow NBA. I follow the shows. Follow the beat writers. I follow a lot of stuff for fantasy basketball. I love basketball. It's probably my favorite sport to watch now. Initially, it was football and soccer. And then, like 5 years ago, while I was sitting in class one day, I don't know what happened. I stumbled across Draftkings, and the only games that were available were like NBA games at the time. And I was like, all right, let me just indulge in this. And I got lucky my first couple of times, and I just got hooked. And first season wasn't that bad. Second season was bad. I could say I lost a lot of money second season. Probably a couple $1,000 I lost second season. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was mostly just gambling, right? Towards the end of my second season, I stumbled across a couple of YouTubers' channels, and really started getting more involved in the analytics side of NBA. Before I was playing like a fan. I like certain players and all of that, and they were names to me. I didn't really watch basketball and all that, so I was just picking based on as a fan. It was just gambling, like lottery ticket. You just pick names instead of numbers, and you hope they hit. But towards the end of my second season, I got into the analytics, and into my third season, I really started using the analytics to my advantage. I understood a lot of things better. I started enjoying basketball a lot more. I watched I can say I watched at least 2 games every single day basketball was on for the last 3 years. So far, I've watched like 5 preseason games. I even watched the one against Brazil the other day. I watched a lot of FIBA. I didn't really like FIBA, but I watched it nonetheless. So I watched the Summer League. I've been following NBA Twitter nonstop. So yeah, I love basketball, man. Basketball is my thing right now. I love it. And yeah, without further ado, let me just get into this. So it's a preseason slate. No one's really gonna play more than 20-25 minutes, 15 even. So you gotta be smart with who you pick. You could pick the study guys, hoping they just hit value in the limited minutes that there are. Or you could play some of the mid-tier guys and just build a balanced lineup. What we do know is a lot of players are going to play. Okay, we're going to have 2 sets of 5 for most teams. Even a third set of 5, So 15 players might be playing at a given time in a given game. Everybody's going to get an opportunity. It's preseason. This is what it's for. A lot of people use it to stake their place in the bench, backup. Starters are usually determined, but for teams like New York per se, their starters are up in the air still. No one knows who's really going to be starting, so this is a good chance for them to really see who's going to be what. I think New York's going to be tinkering through with their lineup throughout the season anyways because of the pieces they added. They're a pretty mid-tier team right now with like the additions of Bobby Portis, Julius Randle, Marcus Morris, and all their rookies getting more experience. Mitchell Robinson's a stud. Sir Alfred Payton is good. So they got some, and then they got R.J. Barrett, of course, depending on how he turns out. Taj Gibson, some more veteran experience. So Reggie Bullocks, and then Dennis Smith. So they got a decent squad, but I think they're gonna have to experiment a lot to figure out what really works. Washington here is, of course, without John Wall. They did get a rookie, Rui Hachimura. They're really high on him. But someone I'm really high on is Thomas Bryant, who was a stand-up performer last season. This guy was amazing. I mean, talk about a find in your in your waivers last year for fantasy. This guy was a stud, man. Like, he was a performer. So I like that to continue again today against the New York team. I will consider Thomas Bryant in a lot of lineups today. I will also consider Hachimura. It's good to see. Let's see how this guy does. I've heard a lot of good things about him. In a GPP play, for sure, I'm going to go with Hachimura. not in cash games. And then in Orlando side, players that I really like Jonathan Isaac, but Mike Hart-Williams, someone that could easily go off, and someone that's got 20 minutes in their first preseason game. I expect that to continue. We actually saw a lot of these guys play already. They already played 100. They played the San Antonio Spurs and beat them 125-99. It was a preseason game. A lot of these guys saw 20 minutes plus. Mo Bamba was one of the standout performers. Really came in there and dominated. So, I'd like to see how that fares against the Detroit team. Vucevic was a little bit of a letdown, but let's see if he can pick it up. It is preseason, as I said. Markelle Fultz got a little bit of showtime. I think he did all right. So let's see if he can carry that forward. On the Detroit side, it's a little bit tricky. You got Andre Drummond, who played a lot of minutes in his thing for some reason last season, but it's Andre Drummond. He's a lot leaner. He's switched to a vegan diet, I believe. So if this guy can hit free throws, he should be good this season. However, tonight, I don't really like him today. Not in this matchup, at least. He's still going to be up against Vucevic and Mo Bamba, and they're probably going to all cancel each other out. They're too expensive. I'd rather pay down and go somewhere else. Balake, with his injury history, I don't really see them giving him too much run. See his 20 minutes. He should be a viable play at this price, though, 6,600. I like him. I'm not playing Derrick Rose at 5K. Sorry, as much as I love Derrick Rose, he's probably my second favorite player. I'm not playing Derrick Rose at 4.9K here in a preseason game with his injury history. I don't know why they would want to risk that. This guy is a low-key stud, Christian Woods. He was on New Orleans last year, and just like a guy I'm going to talk about, he was someone that routinely showed up in winning lineups here and there. I like Christian Woods here, considering it's a showdown slate. I feel like he could hit value, and he's going to get his 20 minutes for sure. And he's going to be there towards the end of the line, towards the end of the game. So when your studs are on your bench and you're biting your fingernails, like, oh my God, are those guys going to catch up underneath me? You won't really have to worry because you have someone like Christian Woods and someone like, where is he? Kenrich Williams to really carry your lineups after your studs have been benched. So these two guys are really safe guys, in my opinion, that I would play in my lineups, knowing that they probably will be not starting, but will be ending the games and also be getting around 20 minutes of playtime. I love these two guys. They were really good last year. They should continue that. In the center position, there's a lot of options here, but someone I would instantly consider as a favorite would be John Collins at this price range. 5,900 for John Collins. This guy's a stud. He was a top 20 fantasy player last season, so I really, I'm really high on him, and I expect him to have a good game, even against Zion. I expect him to be eager to show off against Zion here. So give me some John Collins. Another center I'm kind of high on here is Thomas Bryant or Mitchell Robinson. Both of these guys were standout performers last season for their respective teams. Literal no names came out of nowhere and started performing on a nightly basis. So both these two guys are in play for me. Zion, I don't think Zion's going to get many minutes and not going to do much, at least in my opinion. There's too many mouths to feed on that New Orleans team for preseason. They want to see who's going to work with who. So I feel like they give ample opportunity to everybody there. On the guard side, point guard, let's start with, believe it or not, I like Lonzo Ball. I feel like Lonzo should really set the bar here and show the world that he's no scrub. But aside from that, I like Frank Jackson. This guy randomly goes off, just like Kenrich Williams and all that. He was playing towards the end of last season, and he was having decent games. So against an Atlanta team, young Atlanta team, I kind of like him, Frank Jackson. His price range is good here. George Hill, if he plays, I don't know. Mike Carter-Williams, I kind of like. He played 20 minutes in the first game against the Spurs, and he's a good guy, man. He's former Rookie of the Year, and he's always playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's just a hit-or-miss guy, and GPP, I'd play him for sure. Tim Frazier on Detroit, I definitely consider this guy. This guy is a guy that could just randomly go off. right? He can just randomly go off, and it's a preseason game. He's gonna get minutes, and he's like a point per minute guy, so I really like him. But my favorite player is DiVincenzo here. He came in the game the other day and really just shot some threes and just took over. And I think Milwaukee let Brogdon go, particularly knowing that they had someone like Dante DiVincenzo waiting in the shadows. I saw this guy play in the college finals, and this guy lit it up, and I've became a fan of him ever since. I've been watching him really closely, and I feel like he's in a good spot here at this price range in this matchup today against a Chicago team that's just plays with a lot of pace and tempo. I feel like DiVincenzo's going to get a fair chance here to stake his claim and show the world what he's got. So I like him. And then some studs I like. I like Trae Young as a stud. He's good. He should be safe. Bradley Beal with the volume should be good. I like both of those guys. I like Julius Randle. I like Blake Griffin at this price. Aaron Gordon balled out last game. Levine's probably going to ball out. I like him. Markkanen I love. Markkanen is just one of those players that's always trying to win, man. He just wants to win. Brandon Ingram could either be D'Angelo Russell or I don't know, second coming of that. So I don't know if I really want that. Who else? Kevin Huerter's a decent play if he plays, but I don't really know if he plays today. Stay away. Chris Dun would be a good play for sure. Plays hard. RJ Barrett, I don't really want to roll the dice there, but you can. A lot of people will. Drew Holiday could have a quite sneaky game here for a preseason. Granted, he was playing with like a whole lot of nothing last season when they were benching Anthony Davis, but he still should be good. Definitely in consideration. If Giannis doesn't play, you know what? If Giannis plays, I'll definitely take Giannis, and then guard, I'll take Trae Young over Beal. I feel like they're not going to overexert Beal for this preseason game, although they very well could, right? I'd probably go with that, I guess. I don't know, but you could switch a lot of people up here. There's a lot of guys in plays. It's preseason. This is my first videos. I'm going to have a better format for future videos. I'm going to have a spreadsheet and all that jazz, PowerPoint presentations, my favorite guard picks, forward picks, center picks, cheap value picks, all that picks. So look out for those. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Hopefully this helps you win some preseason GPPs. Oh, I'm gonna lock this one in. Good luck tonight, guys. Take care. Bye bye.